Right, it's Wednesday afternoon and you join me back down on the Perch Pond. I've been here for an hour or so already, tried another swim. It was open water, didn't really fancy it. Then because it's not as wet as it has been lately, I've managed to get into this little swim. Found out it's got a good depth off those reeds, so I'm fishing the float off there. Fishing the float this time because last time I was here I got a lot of bangs that seemed to be fish getting away with it, whether they were feeling the resistance of the rig or the indicator, I don't know. So we've gone with a really sensitive waggler rig, and because it's all up in close and personal, I've got the centre pin on. We'll give it a go for a few hours. I can't stay until dusk because I've got to get home for my tea, but yeah, we'll give it a couple of hours and see what happens. Right, if anything good happens I'll show you. If it doesn't, then I will see you at the weekend. Either way, I'll see you soon. There we go, fish number one, probably about a pound. Happy days. Well, finally had a big one. Definitely not the species I'm after. Right, let's try again. Right, good afternoon. You join me up in the Cotswold Water Park on pursuit of, currently, perch and tench. I brought enough different baits and tackle with me to go for the bream, the tench, the perch and even the roach given half a chance, and we shall see how things pan out over the next couple of nights. But it's about 6 o'clock now. I've literally just got the rods in. Got my new mate here, everything's a mess around me, so I just thought I'd give you a quick update. So I've got a maggot feeder on the left hand rod. Right hand rod has got a lobworm with a little maggot feeder on it as well, underneath a tree to my right hand side. Left hand rod is what, about 10 wraps out towards an aerator. My god, he's friendly. Right, I'm going to deal with Daffy Diddly Doodah here. I do fancy duck for dinner. Yeah, I'll update you when something good happens. Right, here we go. It's just gone half one. This is £8, 4 ounces. Thank you very much. That's fish number one off the list. £6, 1 ounce tench. That's now 2 species off the list today. Ah, happy days. Well, good morning, and it is a good morning, apart from the rain. Yeah, so that was an £8 bream and a £6 tench. That's both of them ticked off, and I'm in several minds as what to do today. Got to log on in a minute and do some work, and then this afternoon, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I've now banged maggot feeders on both rods. I've got the right hand rod in close on a worm kebab on a maggot feeder, and the left hand rod's still out in the middle, but that's on a maggot feeder now rather than a ground bait feeder. And yeah, I'm on popped up maggot on that one. We'll see if we can't get another tench throughout the course of the day. I don't know if I'm going to be spending the night though, because I'm really but yeah, been a good night. I'm going to stop waffling now, and hopefully I'll show you some more fish later. If not, I'll see you next time I'm out. Right, Greg, you're in trouble now. Change your swim, change your fortune, £6, 6. Middle of the day, about 2 rod lengths out. I'm quite happy now. Right, let's see how many I can get today. Right, well, good afternoon. View's changed. Decided to get on the end of this wind, and it seems to have worked with that £6, 6. That came 2 rod lengths out after I watched the tench roll. So yeah, doing something right. I've also had another indication on the right hand rod, which is my close in rod. So I'm even thinking about bringing the left hand rod in close as well, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, I'll update you when something does happen. So until then, ciao for now. Oh, more rain. Here we go, tench number 3, a £6, 8 ounce male. However, this one has wiped both rods out, so I'm going to have to do a bit of resetting up. Happy days. There we go, another one in the net, £6, 2. Getting blasé now. Go on, out you go. Another tench, this time £6 9 ounces. There you go, little one about £4.5 going back. Come on, fish. Here we go, and another one, about £5 to £6. Here we go, they're getting bigger, £7 4 ounces. Thank you very much. Right, it's just coming up on 5:30 and I am packing up and going home. Yeah, the route home looks all right. It's been a really good day. I think I've had 8 tench now and a bream. Biggest tench was over £7. I can't remember. I'm that tired after last night. So yeah, I'm just gonna pack up now, say sod it, go home, and have something naughty on my way home, I think. Right, I will see you somewhere else later in the week. So until then, ciao for now. So one of the main reasons of joining this club was A for the bream, B for the tench, and C for the giant perch. This is £3 8 ounces. That's challenge number 3. I'm very, 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 very happy. Right, good evening all. It is just gone 8:10 at night. I've only just started cooking my tea. I'm back down on the same lake I was on last week. However, this time I am chasing carp. I've seen a few in this swim. I've got an out of bounds area up to my right. I've got one rig poled up there. That took 45 metres of pole, which is all I've got. Meh, pole. Excuse me. And the left-hand rod is just off the shelf, the marginal shelf off to my left at the moment. And I've seen a few fish show in front of me, but it's very deep in front of me, so I'm not sure where they are. It's not like they've shown and then gone down and started fizzing. I'll keep an eye out for them in the morning. Baiting pole is at the ready, and we'll see what happens. Right, I'll update you if anything good happens, and if it doesn't, this will be a short bit of the blog, because carp fishing is usually pretty boring. But I am about to have steak, so that's not boring. Right, ciao for now. Well, good morning. £18 13 ounce Cotswolds common carp. Another £12 and I'll be happy on him. Right, I'm going to get him treated up and back and catch a bigger one. Well, let's be perfectly honest, that rod is not supposed to look like that. The tip section's just floating out by that tree. There was a fish attached. It's unattached itself now, I believe, and it's left the rig tangled up in the point of that tree. But yeah, had better days. Right, time for a quick update. So I've had another bite, lost the fish in the tree after my rod folded in half, which I'm not happy about. And yeah, so I'm now down to fishing one rod. But I'm still poling up against the out of bounds bit. I reckon I had to get the boat out and everything from in there. So I think I've got a couple of hours until I may stand another chance of a bite, but yeah, we shall see. Worst case scenario, I'm waiting until tomorrow morning. But they're definitely down here. They're definitely up there. I've definitely found a way of getting bites. Happy days. Right, I will update you when I've finished crying. Here we go, fish number 2, £17 dead. Thank you very much. Like I said last time, just needs to be bigger. And after all the calamities this morning, happy with that. Right, here we go, fish number 3, £16 5, down to one rod, but I'm still getting a few. Right, time for a mid-afternoon update, and as you can see, things are going well. So I've now had 5 bites, 3 fish, and since I've changed my rig around a little bit, I'll show you, might show you later. Things are actually starting to convert into proper bites. I'm dropping out onto silkweed out there. So I need to make sure that the hook length's long enough to be able to present a small pop-up over the top, and it's got enough bait around it. And most of the bites are usually preluded by a few little liners as a fish and nudging through the silkweed, and then it'll rattle off. Just had a liner. Right, I'm doing the night, and I will update you later if anything else good happens. So until then, ciao for now. Right, good morning world. Time for a quick early morning update. Basically, last night I tried poling a rig out into the open water after dark, and that had some funny indications, and it had been crayfished within half an hour. So I rested the bivvy, rod up on the side of the bivvy and got a good night's kip. Well, that was after everybody left the bar, because they were quite busy until, I don't know, 10, 11 o'clock last night. So lots of inspirational conversations going on there that I got to listen to word for word, which is quite nice. Yeah, set the alarm for 5 this morning, got up, sorted my life out. I've just poled the rig in for the first time, now that the crayfish should be in bed. And yeah, we'll give it a go. When I wound my rod in on dusk, it had already started to have cray damage. So yeah, I think it's definitely the one to avoid fishing nights on here. Or fishing plastic. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Rod's in. My midgies are back awake. And we'll give it a few hours and then I'll be buggering off. Probably go out mid-morning. Right, wish me luck. I think I'm going to need it. It's a lot busier on here today than it was yesterday. I'll get some excuses in later. Right, good evening. Join me back down on the club lake. The club lake up in the Cotswolds. Chasing carp. So far, I got up here, what, about 5 o'clock? There's a bream. About 5 o'clock. And I did a lap around the lake, didn't see a great deal, saw a few fish in the out of bounds again, so I've decided to set up on the swim opposite where I was last week, because I was sat over there in them trees. And the plan is to pole one up to the out of bounds, which is around to the left there underneath that pylon, and then the other rod I'm going to do something spectacular with. Don't know what yet. But yeah, I'm just kind of waiting for something to give itself away. Like I said, there's a few bream showing, no carp as yet. Yeah, we'll figure it out. All right, wish me luck. Right, good morning. As you may be able to see, the scenery's changed. The reason being, as has just happened behind that tree, carp have been showing on this side of the lake all night. So I'll be a mug to sit over there and hope that they come onto me. So I've moved over here. Same as last week, poled one down to the out of bounds, and I've now pushed one out at about 30 meters, just out in the open water, because there was some tench or small carp topping. Yeah, just giving that a go. That's it really. Update done. If anything good happens, I'll show you. Other than that, I'm about to have my breakfast, and then I've got to do some work today, which is absolutely atrocious. Oh well. Laters. Here we go. £24, 6 ounce. Thank you very much. I'm not completely useless. Right, really quick evening update. So I had that fish after lunch. It was some point this afternoon. Can't remember, I was a bit tired. It was about lunchtime. That came to the right hand rod again. And then after much deliberation, the left hand rod's now out in open water, the right hand rod's down by the out of bounds. And it might stay like that, it might not. I haven't made my mind up for the night yet. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Right, if I don't see you in the middle of the night, I will see you in the morning. And until whenever, ciao for now. Right, good morning. Last night was pretty uneventful. I put both rods out on to a baited spot I made out in open water. And I had a few little indications, thought I'd been crayed throughout the night, but decided to leave the rods out to see what would happen. I had one on plastic anyway. Wound them in this morning and both rods were fine and fishing. Bit awkward. So the left hand rod's gone back out on that bait, the right hand rod's been pulled back down to the out of bounds with a little handful of maggot, and I've got an hour and a half until I'm off. So yeah, if I don't see you beforehand, I'm going to upload this video this weekend because there's loads of fish on it again, and yeah, I shall see you next time I'm out and about on Avoiding the Blank.